Here's the cold hard fact that you have to get through. Women are destroying your life. They're destroying your life. They're destroying your motivation. They're destroying your happiness. They're destroying everything in it. And the worst part is, it's not even their fault. It's yours. And if you clicked on this video, you know that it's true. So don't try and lie to yourself or get your way out of admitting that you have a problem. And that problem is that you have zero standards for yourself. So what you do, instead of truly figuring out a purpose, working towards something, or doing the right things to get woman, or the woman that you want, is you chase women who don't even like you. You chase women who want you for your attention, who leave you on red, who don't answer your messages, who manipulate you. And this is a waste of fucking time. I want you to think about yesterday, okay? Yesterday, how many hours did you spend trying to text that one girl that you want to get so bad? How many hours? Cool, it was probably 1 or 2 hours, right? Don't lie to yourself. It was a lot. Now think about what you could have done in those 1 to 2 hours. Did you go to the gym? Did you train a martial art? Did you learn something new? No. Why? Because you were focusing 1 to 2 hours of your entire fucking day to a woman who doesn't even want to know about you? Isn't that crazy to you? And I'm not going to be like those red pill YouTubers that are like, oh, women are bitches and whores and they only like you for your money. No, it's not true. But they like you and they depend on you for what you can bring to their life. And that's not them being gold diggers. That's how women are, because men are supposed to provide something. I get it. You're young. Maybe you don't have all the money in the world. I don't either. But you have to provide something. You have to be a man of some substance and of some value, and vice versa. And you have a problem on both of these spectrums. Number one, you don't provide any value to any woman in your life. You can't provide for her financially. You can't provide for her emotionally because you can't control your own emotions and you're not stoic enough. You can't provide for her protection-wise because you're weak. And if a man tried to harm her, you wouldn't be able to do anything. Why would she like you? You can't provide any fun for her because you're not charismatic and you don't plan fun adventures. And on her side, she doesn't provide anything for you. She provides headaches. She provides you wondering at 3 a.m. whether she likes you or not. She provides lots of sadness and depression and wondering if you're worth it. So it's just a recipe meant for disaster. Because the thing is, and as superficial as this sounds, it's true because humans are wired like this. Relationships are just an exchange of value. Your relationship with your mom is an exchange of value. She takes care of you, you're her son. All right? It's that simple. Of course, there's a ton of emotions and feelings on top of it. But if you look at it biologically, that's all it is. So once you understand this, you understand that if you have nothing to provide, if you have no value whatsoever, if you're not funny, you're not handsome, you're not charismatic, you don't know how to get her going in the sense that she's not bored with you, she's not gonna want you. And you're just gonna be there for attention because that's all she wants from you and you know it. And you, like the fucking clown you're being, are giving it to her. You're being her little dog. She has you on a leash. And when she wants your attention, she texts you. And then you text back, and then you double text, and then she doesn't answer, and then she texts again. You're like, oh, I might like her. Hey, spoiler, bro. If you have to wonder if she likes you, you know the answer. She doesn't. So here's the magical tip of the day to getting the woman you want, okay? It's become the man that she wants. And not because of her, because of you. Because if you do any single thing for the recognition or for the validation of a woman, she'll smell it off you. She will smell it off you. And you won't feel okay with yourself, so you won't respect yourself because you did it because of somebody else. So think of it this way. If you were a father and you had a daughter and a guy exactly like you, your same characteristics, your same looks, your same position in life, went up to you and said, hello, sir, I'd like to date your daughter. Would you take him seriously? Would you look up and down at him and be like, this is the man that I want my daughter to be with? Because I know that he can take care of her, that if anything is going to happen to her or she's at risk, he can protect her? No. What characteristics would a man that you'd allow to date your daughter have? Okay, now when you have the answer to that, you work on building those characteristics. Oh, and guess what? With what time do you build them? With the time that you used to spend talking to women who don't even want to be with you. That's the magical secret. With anything in life. If you want improvement, you start from yourself. You don't start chasing other things. You start by working on yourself. And that's the whole point of self-improvement. And there's all these weird versions of it. Grounding, meditation, all that. All that's fine and well, but the reality is that you just work on yourself and you have characteristics that you want to have. And once you have these characteristics, you get certain outcomes. So you start attracting the woman that you like. You start attracting opportunities that you like. You start getting a better physique. You start looking how you want. And this is something that I wish I would have told myself 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm basically talking to younger Jorge right now. Because honestly, the amount of time that I spent fucking around and trying to chase women is ungodly. It was stupid. And sure, while it did help me, if you think about charisma and about learning how to talk with people, with women, and getting out of my shell, okay. But it was way too much time. Like, I'm talking way too much. Like, I would spend time texting girls who I knew didn't want me. And you're doing the same thing. You have no respect for yourself. How can you even think of being with a girl who isn't obsessed over you? That's the mind I have now. If a girl isn't obsessed with you, why would you want her in your life? She's not going to add anything if she's not obsessed with you. She's not going to help you with your vision. She's not going to help you with your goals. She's not going to be there when you need her. What's the point? And the reality is that if you let go of all that lust you have of saying, oh gosh, she's so hot, oh, I want to fuck her. If you let go of all of that and you think about, okay, after the sex part, what happens? If you think about that, you start realizing 90 to 95% of the woman that you so want and that you were trying to talk to and trying to get her to pay some attention to you, to pat you on the head like a good boy, they offer nothing else. Nothing else. And sure, sex is great. But once you get sex, you realize that it's not very important at all. What's important is who's going to be there when nobody else is. That's a woman you want by your side. A woman who's going to help you with your vision. A woman who's going to be there in the good times and the bad. And 90 to 95% of these women that you talk to don't even want you while you're doing good. So if you're doing bad, what's going to happen? They're all going to leave you, bro. It doesn't even matter. So I hope you've learned something from this fucking video. Take some notes. Take my advice. Cut off all those women you speak to. Find a skill that you'll work on for the next 5 years that will make you money. Learn how to be charismatic. Get handsome. Get in shape. Learn a martial art. And I promise you, you will get the woman you want. And by that time, you won't even be worried about getting the woman that you want because you'll realize that woman was never the goal. It was you. So yeah, love you, bro.